Welcome to the 15th video in my Making the Ticket to Ride Legends of the West campaign replayable series. Before we begin, I will give a spoiler alert because I will be talking about game elements. And if you don't want to have those game elements spoiled, then this video is not for you. However, if you are like me and want to make your Ticket to Ride Legends of the West campaign replayable, then welcome. In this video, I will be covering the 12th and final 1895 game. There's a couple of different elements in this one. For starters, you get to have a hunt for Mama O'Connell, which gives you then a chance to arrest Mama O'Connell and earn $40. The story deck is going to prompt you to go to the post office, and you can choose either the 200 postcards, the 300 postcards, or the 400 postcards. It does say that if you have already, I think it first prompts you to do the 200s, but then it says if someone in the campaign has already played the game, then you can choose from the 300 or the 400 postcards. The postcards come in a set of 5. You have the 200, it has a front and a back that explains the rules for hunting Mama O'Connell, and it also on the back explains how you're going to arrest Mama O'Connell. The next 3 cards have clues that has a city on it, has a little thing, it has a city on it, and then when you flip it to the back, it says Mama O'Connell is 3 cities away from blank city, or 2 cities away from blank city. And then the same with the other 2 clues. So when you have completed a destination ticket, you can turn it up, face up, and announce that you want to search for Mama O'Connell, in which case you can choose any one of these 3 cards. You can then read it silently to yourself, look at the back and see what the clue is, and then you, from there, once you've read all 3 clues, it means you're going to have 3 completed destination tickets. You can then deduce where Mama O'Connell is. The 5th card here, it has on the back, it says that Mama O'Connell is in whatever city she's in. So when you think you know where Mama O'Connell is, you then, at the beginning of your turn, can say that you would like to arrest Mama O'Connell. You then announce the city you think she is in out loud. You grab this last card, you flip it over, and you read the location silently to yourself. If you are correct, you announce it to the rest of the game where she is located and collect your $40. If you got it wrong, you don't get to say anything. You don't get to arrest Mama O'Connell, and you've lost any chances to arrest Mama O'Connell. You put the card back, and then somebody else has a chance to guess. The problem with this is that you can only play the campaign 3 times with this game element before you've used up all 3 clues. So my workaround for that, and this is where things get a little crazy and a little nuts, and maybe I am a little nuts, but there are 63 cities on the board. Eliminating the 3 cities, I've played it enough 3 times, I already know what all the locations are for these 3 cards. But that meant there were 60 other cities I could play with. So I took my little nifty map here that I had made a photo of, and I went through, took me a couple of days to do, but I made up clues for each of the remaining 60 cities. Now, how I put those down and made them into cards, this is where your whiteout comes into play. I took and I did some whiteout here on this number, and then I did the whiteout on the clue on the back, and then on the front, I did a whiteout on that number. And I did that for each and every one of the cards. I did the whiteout on the number here. I did a whiteout on the number here. Then I did whiteout over here. And then there's some numbers here I did whiteout on. And then for each of the clue cards, again, front and back, I whited out all the information. Then I took and I made photocopies. and it was really hard to photocopy it so that the front and the back matched. But I figured it out. I figure you're all smart enough. You can figure out how to do that too. And then what I have is I now have my own little Hunt for Mama O'Connell series. Once it's photocopied out, I then wrote in the numbers I wanted. I made them the 205. I did a whole 200 series, a whole 300 series, a whole 400 series, and then a couple in the 500 series, each in 5 increments. And then I took these little sheet divider thingies here and I placed them on. So I end up having, this is just a sampling of my 200 series that I did. So then what I was able to do is I was again able to write the numbers on each. And then on the back, I wrote my locations and the clues. And trust me, there's enough of these that I'm not going to remember what I wrote where, because there's just a lot. As for these, after I was done making the copies, it was so easy just to scratch off and remove the whiteout that you can't even tell that I did anything with the whiteout. Now, when you do put the whiteout on, it does cover a few things, so I just used a toothpick to kind of scrape off around the edges to make it look nice. So as you can see here, it looks pretty nice. And so now, when we go to play, when we get to this part of the game, I am able to then pick and choose how and what I want to do, and we can still play Mama O'Connell. There is still one more rule left for finishing the game, but this video is already to 6 minutes, and I know everybody has short attention spans. So I'm going to end this video here. Join me in the next video where I go over and talk about the end game elements and how you are to end the game and what I did to make that so that it is replayable. I'll see you in the next video.